been in that was time to breathe. I've been running up a checker that's me. Pulling up, I'm ridiculous with this. Remember, back at this time I will leave. I've been running, gotta take me a bet. Got the hundreds on my neck and I got shoes on my head. But I just take it alive. I just see it. But I will never change. Rubbing off the paint, smoking dang, gotta lose it. Dang, really take, really keep forgetting. Now I'm at the KO. Someone did bitches in my face, I'm like, you want to drink a Rick Gorillas. Rick Gorillas. Little bitches. Niggas really hoes and you be acting like you bitches. Niggas say I'm silent, but I'm probably in this bitch. Most of the niggas that's around me go and see it's like they creeping, but they do it for the twins. Real poor, yeah, little Chris. But I'm rocking with my shooters and that's mandatory. When I'm hot like I'm hot, bitch, I keep 40. You say I'm lacking, nigga, try to shoot you in the 40. I'm cooking up in the lab like I'm Rick and Morty. 40 Papa, hit a monster, turn your brain to pasta. Hit a Aqua dress, swinging just like I'm a roster. Smoking Gaza and I'm suited, walking in my products. Any nigga that's my gangster, nigga, I'm a monster. And we ain't throwing hands, fuck niggas. It's when I'm top up in that chamber, better duck, nigga. Nigga dissing on the valley, he get slung, nigga. We shoot his body, then we lay him in that truck, nigga. I know it, that's on my life. I won't never fall, the nigga speaking on the play with it, that nigga gotta go. Really small, but I can fight, but I'ma steal up that boat. Where you niggas think I'm pussy, you gon' have to show me, yo. Police always at my fucking crib. I don't tell her shit, I'm really rapping about this fucking life that I'm fucking with, but I be coolin', trying to focus on them fucking dividends. But if it's money on your head, well, I'ma fucking get it, man.
Brock Lesnar.
He was an NCAA heavyweight champion. He was a King of the Ring winner, a Royal Rumble winner, and a 3-time WWE champion. And then he went on to conquer UFC, where he became the UFC heavyweight champion, and now Lesnar is back.
Lesnar is back, and the signs in the crowd say it all. Here comes the pain. And if you don't believe that, just ask John Cena.
Brock Lesnar and Cena, nah, isn't that perfect?
this. Get used to humiliation. I know you will host fate. Get used to this. Get used to humiliation. I know you will host fail. But I know this. At WrestleMania, look at me, boy. At WrestleMania, it will be a lot more humiliating when you are forced to worship at the feet of a wrestling god. What do you think about that, Johnny? WrestleMania.
JBL punched him. JBL punched him. Sit on the back on JBL. Who is it?
Arrest him. Arrest him. Hey.
Fight. No.
You're going to jail.
Oh, come on. A cheap shot.
Self-defense. That was self-defense.
Right. See no resistance. No.
Hey.
JBL punched him. JBL punched him. Sit on the back on JBL.
Mania.
JBL punched him. JBL punched him. Sit on the back on JBL. How he is it?
Arrest him. Arrest him. Hey.
Fight. No.
You're going to jail.
Oh, come on. A cheap shot.
Self-defense. That was self-defense.
Right. See no resistance around. Sam was sitting down. The pack down.
Let me tell you in a language you would understand. You can't see me. Get used to worship at my feet. I am indeed a wrestling god. See you in 3 days, punk. Sunday at WrestleMania, will JBL's historic reign continue, or will the championship finally change hands? Is the time now for John Cena's Sunday, or will that man JBL continue to be champion?
Wrestling fans get away with almost anything at wrestling events. They can say whatever they want, but the one thing that is completely unacceptable are fans who attack wrestlers. Unfortunately, this has happened quite a few times, and here are 10 times where wrestlers got attacked by fans. Raven, WCW Thunder. Fortunately, this has happened quite a few times, and here are 10 times where wrestlers got attacked with almost anything at wrestling events. They can say whatever they want, but the one thing that is completely unacceptable are fans who attack wrestlers. Unfortunately, this has happened quite a few times, and here are 10 times where wrestlers got attacked by fans. Raven, WCW Thunder. Possibly the first time where a fan got away with an attack on a wrestler without getting attacked himself, this fan must have had a bowl of Lucky Charms that morning. While the disturbed Raven was cutting a promo on Thunder, a fan jumped the barricade and pulled Raven out of the ring by his hair. Raven was thrown to the outside but popped up soon after and watched security tackle that sad sack to the ground. Raven then got back to the ring and continued his promo like the pro that he is. Randy Orton, SmackDown Live event. Jeez guys, I know a lot of people don't like Randy Orton, but you have to be a big asshole to actually give him a low blow. At a live event in South Africa, Orton was victory posing on the second rope when a fan comes in from behind and low blows him off the rope. Security pulled him away before Orton can retaliate, but Big E also wanted a piece of the fan too. Now that would have been a real story. Stone Cold and Triple H, live event. Despite any beefs wrestlers may have with each other, the boys can always count on each other to protect the other out there in the ring. At a live event in Germany, Triple H was facing off against Stone Cold when a fan rushed the ring to attack Austin. Upon seeing him, the game leapt to his feet, took the fan to Suplex City, and wailed on him into oblivion, while security took their sweet time to get the fan out. The NWO, Bash at the Beach 1996. When Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall turned the wrestling business on its head with the NWO, the effects were numerous. While they later turned out to be true, most fans were initially outraged that Hogan turned his back on the fans. This leads us to Bash at the Beach 1996, where a particularly out-of-shape fan tries to rush the ring with three muscle-bound giants. He can't even slide under the rope before Hall and Nash stomp him into next week. Sabu, New Japan Pro Wrestling. The headdress that Sabu wears to the ring isn't the same as some pointless cap that an MMA fighter would wear to the cage. It means a lot to him. Unfortunately, it didn't mean anything to a Japanese fan who grabbed it off his head. At a New Japan show, Sabu's headdress was yanked off his head and Sabu leapt into the crowd to wail on the fans for a good 5 seconds. And to top it off, he didn't even get it back. Eddie Guerrero, Monday Night Raw. Of all matches for fans to get involved in, a ladder match seems the and Sabu leapt into the crowd to do the same as some pointless cap that an MMA fighter would wear to the cage. It means a lot to him. Unfortunately, it didn't mean anything to a Japanese fan who grabbed it off his head. At a New Japan show, Sabu's headdress was yanked off his head and Sabu leapt into the crowd to wail on the fans for a good 5 seconds. And to top it off, he didn't even get it back. Eddie Guerrero, Monday Night Raw. Of all matches for fans to get involved in, a ladder match seems the most dangerous. Well, one fan in Edmonton, Canada really didn't want Guerrero to win back his championship and pushed Eddie off the ladder. Being the smooth criminal that he is though, Latino Heat landed on his feet, spun around and got off a punch and kick before security carried away the crazy Canuck. CM Punk, Monday Night Raw. In most of these attacks, it's rare that a wrestler will actually get a clean shot off on a fan, but that's exactly what happened here with the best in the world. After running into the crowd to avoid Ryback, Punk got a little too close and started getting shoved around by some fans. After one shot to the head though, Punk couldn't take it anymore and bashed the fan behind him. Unfortunately, he hit the wrong guy, and it was a bad situation for WWE. Randy Savage, WCW Nitro. Randy Macho Man Savage wasn't exactly the most common rational wrestler to ever come around in the business. So why did a fan think it was a good idea to attack him? As Savage is in the Nitro ring putting lipstick on Kevin Nash, it's best not to ask, a fan quickly leaps into the ring and tries to tackle Savage. That proves to be a colossal error, as Savage takes him down and pummels him until security takes him away. Linda McMahon, Monday Night Raw. On WWE television, Linda McMahon has usually been the voice of reason in the McMahon family. So out of all the McMahons, why would she be the one to almost be attacked by a fan? On an episode of Raw on the road to WrestleMania 2000, Linda came out on stage only to have a fan try and rush her. Luckily, Triple H was close enough to tackle the fan down before he could get close. Nice job, game, scoring brownie points with your future mother-in-law. Chris Jericho, Victoria, British Columbia. In the age of cool heels, Y2J's heel run from 2008 to 2010 should be studied by any pro wrestler as a perfect example of how to get fans to hate you. While he received critical praise, it also got scary one night in British Columbia. In Jericho's third autobiography, he tells a story where the mob of fans rushed his car in the parking lot of the arena. They damaged his car, and Jericho had to fight back after being spat on and shoved. Those stupid idiots are all on the list. And that's it for our list. Did we miss any fan incident that you remember? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe to the Sports Jerk for more awesome videos. Until next time.
Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And once you're done, leave a comment saying that I subscribed, and you will be replied to. We'll be doing as many as we can. considering the fact that John Cena is the franchise player of the WWE, how dare he ruin the business in the way that he has been? Let's make a note right here. This list isn't just character breaks, it's also moments that the bookers included to be John Cena, not John Cena. It's a bit confusing when we word it like that. It'll make a lot more sense. Number 8, the marriage in the crowd. This almost isn't even a John Cena character break, but more so a Dolph Ziggler character break. But both participants stopped the match to acknowledge marriage in the crowd, so I'm counting it. During a United States Open Challenge match back in 2015, the glory days of John Cena, Ziggler and Cena were putting on a decent little match when Cena noticed a sign in the crowd saying, "She said yes." He then went ahead and threw Ziggler out of the ring for 7 years. Grabbed a microphone and congratulated them like you do a bunch of times, way too many times. And then once Ziggler got back in the ring, which is about 7 years later, he continued pointing them out during the entire match, clapping and pointing and congratulating them and hailing them and fucking them, basically. Jesus. I mean, great to celebrate, but fucking hell, how long are we supposed to assume Ziggler's just going to stay outside of this ring for?
In fact, he's on a property over to Japan. He is by your second night after being there. You start going 20, 45 minutes, that's when it starts coming in.
I told you we make history here at Allstate. She said yes, we got a married couple here tonight.
She said yes, as you can see there. Congratulations. Everything or anything can happen in a WWE live event.
Number 7.
I told you we make history here at Allstate. She said yes, we got a married couple here tonight.
She said yes, as you can see there. Congratulations. Everything or anything can happen in a WWE live event.
Number 7, Juan Cena. Nope. Fuck you, John. Fuck you, John Cena. Just stop it. While being fired, no less, during the Nexus storyline, Cena was asked to wrestle on the house show circuit in a mask under the name Juan Cena. Look at his purple mask. I hate wrestling. Why do I have this job? Number 6, encouraging the anti-Cena chants. Nowadays, Cena gets away with a lot of shit. He's a glorified part-timer who typically still gets handed any opportunity that he wants in the company, and he's been known for bearing a good few talent, especially in the early to mid-2010s. Also nowadays, Cena infamously goes along with the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks," which fits his character now, but back in 2007 when he first tried doing this, not so much, and Vince was not happy. Number 5, laughing at the crowd chants. And to keep with the note of John Cena breaking character in relation to the members of the audience, how about every time John gets cracked up or awkwardly smiled at someone in the crowd? Or even someone cutting a promo on a perfect example recently on SmackDown. The Miz cut an excellent promo on both Roman Reigns and John Cena, who in the segment before this promo, John was already purposing at the crowd and going along with the audience chants, which is awful. But now during his promo with The Miz, he's doing dumb shit like waving at The Miz, "Hey, hello, look, it's me, John Cena," and also making cringy, shocked faces when The Miz says stuff. It's not only not in the script, it makes Miz look bad.
How many moments do you two get? Honestly. And I am sick of waiting for my moment while two undeserving people like you two get moments week after week after. Does Raw need John Cena?
Well,
Like this video and then click the link at the top of the video description to enter our Xbox One and or PS4 plus $500 Amazon gift card giveaway. Subscribe, turn on those notifications, and enjoy the video. Us wrestling fans may be the smarkiest, assholiest, vilest creatures that exist, myself very much included in that. Don't worry guys, just own it. But one thing that's undeniable is that when a moment can transcend the suspension of disbelief that we have in pro wrestling, it can get very emotional. I'm D-Wick, and these are the 10 WWE moments that made us cry. Number 10, Edge's retirement. Many entries on this list are a culmination of long stories, some of them even lasting for years, but sometimes a random occurrence can strike you even worse. And that's what made Edge's retirement after successfully defending his World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 27 so devastating. It happened like an RKO out of nowhere. One day he's fearing everyone, being tall and smiling with his 64,000 teeth, and the next day he's gone forever, never going to wrestle again, see ya, bye. There's nothing that can change it either. It wasn't a Mick Foley retirement that just happened for the hell of it, could be reversed 6 times. Edge's neck has been medically classified as severely fucked, and there's no chance in hell we'll ever get to see his return. I mean, at least we have his podcast. Number 9, the WrestleMania 30 celebration. Daniel Bryan, clap, 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 clap. Daniel Bryan, clap, 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 clap. This was essentially what happened for the entirety of 2013 and early 2014 as the fans clamored on, wishing and begging and scratching and clawing just for some sort of legitimate push for their hero. Team Hell No winning the tag titles was the catalyst. SummerSlam 2013 was the taste of glory, but then we suffered through months and months and months and Randy Orton and months of nonsensical booking that legitimately was not supposed to put Bryan over. The intention of this was to keep him away from the main event scene, but finally, WrestleMania 30 happened. Boy, howdy, did it happen. Daniel Bryan's road to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship victory at the granddaddy of them all was one hell of an emotional roller coaster. Number 8, Daniel Bryan's retirement. All good things die. Just a month after finally winning, Bryan was forced to relinquish his belt due to head injuries. Fans waited and waited and waited and had to deal with Roman Reigns as the big replacement, which they absolutely hated, by the way. Not sure if you can tell by his reactions on Raw. Finally, he came back and lost halfway through the Royal Rumble. Literally. What? Then he went forward and won the IC title.
Will never ever be the same again.
Number 5, the WrestleMania 20 celebration. If you thought Daniel Bryan's post-match celebration at WrestleMania ending in a 0 was triumphant, you should have seen the one from a decade earlier. Clearly used as the template for the goat-faced heroes, the celebration of Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit, who both would walk out of Madison Square Garden that night as world champions, Eddie as WWE and Chris as world heavyweight respectively. Boy, did WWE do a hell of a job making it hard for anyone to want to actually leave the arena. These were two guys, two incredibly gifted athletes, one with the charisma that could rival The Rock, and one with the technical prowess that could rival Bret Hart. But both of them were seen as undersized mid-carders for years in WCW, and even for a while in WWE. Them standing on top of the world, the two best friends in the middle of the raining confetti with all the cheers in the world. Damn, what a moment. Number 4, Eddie Guerrero's tribute. Damn it, why do all good things come to an end? Only a year and a half after celebrating his best friend in what was probably the happiest night of his life, Eddie Guerrero's body would be found dead inside of a hotel. It's the ultimate shame, as there's just about no wrestler who's ever been able to connect with the crowd on such a personal level since Eddie, and I do include The Rock when I say that. WWE, just like they did with Owen, gave the man exactly what he deserved. A fitting tribute to the man who lied, cheated, and stole his way into our hearts. Number 3, the reunion. No, not the one between DX that had Hornswoggle, although he does usually bring me to tears as well. This reunion took place between Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth. They're probably the most...
Alright, welcome back. Bro, I'm lagging already?